Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your FRL podcast. I am Derek, one of your hosts, and this is Christopher, who's your other host. And tonight we have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. We the Kevin, who is Kevin Riviera. Say hello, Kevin. There you go. So tonight we've got some interesting things going on, but what we'll do to start with is we'll put you over to Chris, and Christopher will do all the boring stuff again.
I wish you would stop calling it the boring stuff. It's the essential stuff.
It's the essential stuff that is boring to the people listening. They don't want to know about the email address and the website because they all know it, or just about all know it. But we're contractually obligated to do it.
Contractually obligated?
Yes, that was...
Try saying that with some amber nectar in you.
That was easy for me to say. Right, carry on.
So...
Do your wee boring thing.
I'm going to kick you right in the stones. So, as always, throughout the show, we've got a live feed running along the sides of Twitch. So, any questions you want answered, fire them on there.
I think that's Kevin's headset, now that I think about it.
Send me a DM as well. I'll happily kind of pull up the message and discuss what you're asked. We'll do an alien of the week as well. I'm sure Derek's thought long and hard about one for PC tonight. And I'll do one for PlayStation, and we might even do one for the USA side tonight if Kevin's happy to do that for us this evening. If you've maybe got somebody that jumps out at you for this evening, so over the last couple of weeks actually, because there's a lot been happening on the USA side, and we'll be discussing that tonight in depth. Derek will do his usual league standings section.
Butcher names.
He'll round off the kind of the top 5 of all the leagues, and it's been quite active across pretty much all the platforms. So we're going to have lots of information covered off tonight. A lottery, as always. There was no winner last week. We're now up to £10 to the winner this week, so around about the 10:30 mark. We'll do the usual, we'll get it up on screen, we'll click the button, we'll see who's going to be the winner of a wonderful, nice and easy round figure of £10. If there's any overtakes, on the overtakes channel, I'm sure we can have a wee look at some of them. Also, we did mention last week, try and keep your clips to about the kind of 30 to 45 second mark. Just so that it's a wee bit easier and you don't get lost in a big 2, 3, 4, 5 minute clip. And as always, head over to the FormulaRacingLeague.com website where you've got everything you need to know about the league, all of our FRL, we've got our Pure Sim gear link on there as well for the racing gloves. We've got all the details of the standings, everything that you need to know, anything you want. We've got our Patreon section as well, which qualifies you if you sign up for that for our FRL Lotto every week. Plus lots and lots of other perks, so have a wee look at that, guys. And that's the boring stuff, Derek. Thank you very much.
I fell asleep while we were talking, I really did.
Well, you just fall asleep in amongst that, and then we fall asleep in amongst your standing, so it's tit for tat. So Kevin, welcome. This is third attempt to try and get you on? Second attempt? Third attempt?
Second, yeah.
Second attempt.
I would like to say, just before we get started, the other half of your bromance is in the chat saying, Kev, there's my man.
I love that guy.
Who are we talking about, Briz?
Georgie. Georgie Porgy and we the Kev.
I'm one of his 20 child.
Yeah.
Well, we're up at 22 people viewing the podcast so far, so that's good. We would like to double that or even treble that, so let's take the link and pass it on and get people to watch, guys. That would be ideal. And again, any questions, fire them in.
Yep.
Kev's here for the US side, so if you've got any questions on that, if you're interested in taking part, Kev can keep you a post.
We were having a wee chat before we started, and Kevin said, let me turn off the air conditioning because it's kind of cold and it's very noisy, you maybe wouldn't be able to hear me properly. And I suddenly realised that in America it's cooler, and in Britain, especially Scotland, it's bloody hot.
It's roasting just
now. It's so hot. It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's cold. I don't know why, but it's like one day it's cold, the other day it's really hot.
Yeah,
Oh,
even when it rains and we get a couple of bits of thunderstorms here, it just won't take the heat out there.
it's frighteningly hot. It's such a, and when you're trying to deal with that and race, and you just, the sweat lashes off you, and then you peel yourself off your chair.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't
not the
concentrate.
nicest of feelings, but it's worth it when you get like in a top six.
Alright.
Can I just mention in
Top
the
six.
Sunday mixed race?
Was there only 5 people racing?
No,
Okay. It's actually it's better.
27. You cheeky twat.
It's better to race when you don't have the camera on or do anything without the camera on. Obviously, podcast you have to have it on, but it just annoys me that I have to get dressed to sit on the podcast.
God damn it. I could have went my whole life without hearing that. Oh my god. Oh, hot flushes. Hot flushes.
That's because you're dressed. Right, so anyway, let's go ahead and start. So, Kevin, let's get the first question out of the way. How did you find FRL and what games did you start with sim racing on?
So I found FRL it was, I think, yeah, it was Facebook, by one of those famous James posts he was posting about a year ago. And I saw one from FRL. I'm like, FRL, what is this? So I went on YouTube, checked it out, all the driver streams and all that. I'm like, ooh, let me have a go. And it's been a year, this month a year, since I joined FRL. I actually started in GT Sports like everybody, basically. A couple months before that, I got bored of it because the penalty system sucked.
Yeah, it's disastrous, that game.
Oh yeah,
And
all those resets.
Yeah, the drivers as well are quite, because they get away with so much, they're really brutal.
Oh yeah.
I watched a nice video where a guy, it was actually, I think it was GT7 though, they came round the last corner, and the guy that was in the outside of the corner, when they came round, he was getting ready to pass him, and the guy just pushed into him, slammed him into the pits and kept on going. The guy had to go through the pits. There was no penalty or nothing, it was just GT, Gran Turismo things.
That is
mad.
Can I just say, Kev, when you first hit the circuits, I'd been playing the game for about a year, and I think I was just finding my feet, and I could not, for love nor money, catch you. You were so fast. You came in,
and you know what?
Running so fast. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
No, man. At the beginning, I sucked badly. I would have spun so much.
You were faster than me.
I would say
I
would say in the beginning you were fast, but the consistency was the issue because of it's learning the consistency on ACC is where it gets you. You can do a lap fast, but then the next 5 laps might be you're missing apexes, you're sliding too much, and then you get back to a nice fast lap again. It's building consistency all the time.
I'm like, am I gonna have at least one race where I don't spin? And I remember when that race came, I'm like, I celebrated that. I like, finally I went one race without spinning.
I think I'm 3 years into the game and still spin every race.
I mean, that's gonna happen, but at the beginning was every race. I remember my first race was at Bathurst with my first ever race.
It was Bathurst
online, and it was a Sunday race. I was teammates with Crazies in the Ferrari, and I remember he was lapping me, and I'm like, oh man, I need to get out the way. Let me not mess this up. Let me let him pass me so he can earn points and all of that. I was like 18th or 19th. But it was crazy. I remember at the beginning, I hated it. Especially at GT Sports. I bought the wheel, which is a G29, and I was gonna send it back. I'm like, how the hell do people do this? I can't do it.
You're back to controller, but it takes a bit of time, but you get used to it as well.
I packed it like 4 times without lying. I was gonna send it back. I packed it like 4 times. I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. But then I'm like, I'm gonna give it a try. Then I think it was that 30-day that you can't send it back afterwards passed, and I'm like, I got no option. So I bought GT Sports and ACC at the same time. Tried ACC. I said, this ain't for me. I can't do this. It's too hard. So went to GT Sports, spent there a couple months, got bored of it, mad of it, and I'm like, I might as well just try ACC offline. It got to the point where like, I wonder how it is online. Try to find a league, found you guys, and it's been history ever since.
It's been bread and butter ever since.
Yep.
I've had a message from Darren saying that my voice is too low in the podcast. Dale, is that something you've got control over?
No, if it's you that's quiet, it's just you. Because the PC sounds what's coming through, so if Kevin is loud enough, then you should be loud enough unless your volume's too low. But to me, you sound fine. So I don't know.
They're saying it's all good now.
Maybe it was just because you were mumbling.
Mumbling. I'm going to just listen to the podcast and see then.
So we all get to hear the podcast again.
It must have just been a wee glitch or something, but that's me back up. Thanks for letting me know, Darren. That's very nice of you. Looking after me as always.
So, Kevin, recently you took over the PS4 side and you've been running the European side, the USA side.
Yes.
Did you envisage that you'd be doing that when you first started, or is that something that you're actually enjoying?
Oh, it's really enjoyable. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of work behind the scenes that people don't realize how much it is, especially when you're managing the UK side and then also the US side, which is starting up and getting up there.
Can I just give you a special mention tonight? Your support for the UK side has been absolutely second to none. When I've been either sleeping or in bed or at work, you've been hard at it, and then when you go to your bed, I'm taking over and getting things set up. So there's always been a constant, like, really quick response.
Presence.
Your artworks have been brilliant, absolutely top draw stuff.
Swear?
I just about did because they're brilliant. I don't know if you've seen them, Derek.
I've seen that.
You see the Veste posters?
No, is that the ones that are on the website though?
Yes, the website's probably got the new artworks. They're just
that would be the ones I've seen then.
See when you get sit down with Canva and all your ideas start coming out, and then you get used to doing wee bits here and wee bits there. They look brilliant. When I seen them, I was flabbergasted. I thought, wow, that's good, really good.
Yeah.
So, and it's individually, it helps us understand when people come across them that that's definitely the US side, and there seems to be like a theme that we're following with the other side. But your artworks you did for the UK as well, they were all great. All the current leagues, so that'll be sorely missed. I'm sure I'll be able to do the artworks myself.
I remember I sent you like 5 different artworks. I'm like, which one you think is better of all 5 of them?
I couldn't say. They're all brilliant.
Yeah, but I never thought I would get to this because I remember I got here, like I said, a year ago in August, and then in December I was at work. I used to work the morning shift, and I got out around 8 in the morning, 9, something around, and I get on Discord and I see a message from James. I'm like, oh no, what did I do?
You're in trouble.
Or something? I'm like, oh, I'm banned or something.
Did they send you that smile?
Oh, he started with that, and I can show you the message.
Oh no, brilliant.
And then he talked to me about Mixed Mondays at that time. It was going on, and that's when he asked me to become an admin for it. And I'm like, what? I got home, I told my wife, I'm like, they want me to become an admin? So they know what they're doing?
That's when it becomes serious. That's when it becomes
exactly.
not a game, it becomes something else. It's hard to put your finger on it. Because we all have full-time jobs. Well, most of us have full-time jobs, and we've got a full-time
What do you mean
life.
most? Is that a wee jibe at me?
No, we've all got a full-time life, and then
3 people in the call and I'm the only one without a job.
But your job's very important, Derek, and I'll come to you as to why you're very important.
No.
It's that wearing clothes thing. That's the most important thing.
That's the worst part.
No, it's the.
Don't let me stand up because the bottom's gone. It's not even a kilt with no underwear. It's just nothing. It's shut.
When you get to the administration side of FRL, it becomes part of your life, and
It's another world.
I find myself putting things off. Apart from I've got kids and stuff. My kids times my kids. I don't do anything when I've got the kids. But when I'm not with my kids, I would say 90% of my day when I'm not playing football is FRL, and it's not because I have to. It's because I really, really, really unequivocally love it. And then taking part in races,
you enjoy it.
It's something else. I can't fault it.
That's how I felt when I joined, and and ever since December, well, it's been 8 months, and everything just went from there, from mixed Mondays to Sundays to head admin to everything that's to the US side that James gave us that opportunity to do with George. It's like I told George at the beginning when he was put as admin. I'm like, this is a new world. You're gonna have 20,000 pages on your Discord now. You're not gonna have only 2 pages. You're gonna have 20,000, and you're gonna have to deal with a lot. But it's something I enjoy doing. I love sim racing, so it's something I enjoy doing.
So when you can get to take part in the things that you're setting up, that for me is that for me is the tin lid on it. I like it. Love it.
It's like it's like the US side. It's like at the beginning, and I always talk with George about it. We only had 3 people from the US. Just 3 people when we decided to start this. And I remember once we only had 6 people in a race, and it was hard times. And we would always talk, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We're into season 2 or 3.
You're in the end of season 2, aren't you?
Yeah, we're on the beginning of season 3 right now.
Right. Okay.
And we're already at full grids. We have more than 80 people on Discord from the US side. You know, so, and we got 4 series going on at the same time.
Series.
So you know, it's been crazy how everything has just gone up from there. And then you look back and it's like, all that hard work we put on, going on Facebook, getting people mad at us for all the things we post all the time.
James used to do that
really
as well.
worth it. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know how many admins on Facebook are mad at me? It's like every day I'll be posting in there.
James came in one day and he says, there was a series, I think it was Tackle Tuesdays, we were trying to get going for 2 tiers or so. And he says, I'm probably bad from that website, I'm probably bad for that community. Because he put in like 5 posts just that day.
I stopped posting. I think I was putting 2 or 3 in a day, and then it got to a stage where I think they'd blocked the posts that were going on. I was putting them on everywhere, and now see every time I go on Facebook, this is no word to lie, there's about 12 or 13 FRL fresh posts floating about every single day for PC, for PS5, for US. It's brilliant, and there's others of people commenting on it, and the drivers are flooding in. The other day we done the endurance, the 6-hour endurance race at Suzuka. We get over 100 people joining the community over the course of 24 hours.
I saw that.
There was a bunch of people joined the. There's a bunch of people joined the Twitch as well. We had, I think there was 800 people watched that stream between the 2 of them.
It's excellent.
I remember the day afterwards that I went on Discord, and on the welcome channel there were so many. I'm like, where all these people came from?
It's elating, isn't it? Because there's so much hard work that everybody's putting in, and it's the results they're getting better and bigger, and we're growing arms and legs and toes and feet and mouths and everything. It's fantastic. It's great.
So what's the possibility that in the future you might move to PC and start a US PC league?
Just stop making our bloody PlayStation drivers. God damn it!
He wants them all.
Single bloody week.
Well, it's the obvious progression, is it not? I mean, it'd be like moving from your Renault Clio sports team and moving into a GT4 team.
It's like going from your Smarty Pants, just like your Smarty Pants rainbow coloured belt trousers, to wearing a nice 3-piece suit.
I mean, I have no problem
like wearing my Smarty Pants.
I have no problem joining the PC side. It's just I gotta do some convincing at home, you know, the typical.
I don't know if we could have
On your
both.
hands and knees.
I don't know if we could have the three of you all skipping
Don't
over
need
to
the dishes
PC
for
at
a
one
year,
time, though.
honest.
I think that would be a problem.
We were actually talking about that today at Discord on the PS4 chat.
Mhm.
Is that Chris and George are actually building a PC right now, and they're almost finished.
Ew.
So I told him by end of the year, at least one of us three is going to be on PC doing a US series,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
but,
eventually all three of us are going to be there.
Yeah, but I suppose the thing about it is if the three of you work well enough together, you'd be able to keep running the PS side and the PC side.
Oh yeah, definitely. Plus,
Just as
today,
long as you have a drive, an admin that's in the server at the time, just watching.
it's
what
like
we'd need
yesterday,
to learn-
George couldn't make it to the PS5, and between Chris and Hendrix helped on the PS5 side,
Yeah.
which, by the way, Hendrix now is part of the admin support team.
Yep.
So he's joining us. Now we're 4.
Yep.
So that's more
Stop
help we
taking
got.
our bloody drivers, will you? Every bloody week we're losing somebody to something.
Well, hang on. Did you not just say that to me as well?
That's what I'm saying.
Exact same sentence.
Like,
Now you said the same thing to Kevin.
Just got a play button. Stop taking our bloody. Yeah, or just a wee kind of heads up. The chat's like erupted. Dazza Snipes saying, "Wait, can Kev understand Ramsey Nesbitt and Mrs. Doubtfire?"
How far back are you? That was earlier. I read that
I
already.
know, I'm just having a wee read. Coops has come in and says, "Kev."
Yeah, Kip's can.
That's the man right there.
Some,
Best comms.
I'm probably going to sound stupid, Peter, but there's somebody called Vivian. Do we know who that is?
Oh, I better be careful then.
That's a new person that says, "We the Kev," and it's a wee face smiling and waving.
First time
Yeah,
chat.
that means I gotta be careful and not talk bad.
Oh,
That's my wife right there.
Oh, that's Mrs. Oh dear. Yeah, you don't want to hear what he was saying about you before you came in the chat.
Yeah.
I better be careful now.
So
She knows all about your desire to get a PC. She says you can get a PC. She said it on chat.
Oh, you see, I can take a screenshot of that.
Yes,
evidence.
she's also saying don't blame her for it. It wasn't her fault that you've not got a PC yet.
there you go. That is. Do you know what? I would just say, right, Kev. I'll see you later on, pal. Get yourself a PC, pal. Go get a PC, pal. We'll see you on the PC.
Right now, after here.
He's going to come
Next
all
time
the
you're on the show, right, bye.
going to come all the way to the UK just to go to PC World, Chris.
Well, whatever you've got in the US, I'm forgetting.
I think
Probably Walmart or
I
something.
think most of the PC shops are actually for buying a gaming PC are gone. Be like Tiger Direct or something you'd have to go to.
Oh, there's actually a couple of them here that are just PC based.
Yeah.
So you can find anything PC in there.
Yeah, I know a lot of the shops actually closed down that before even the pandemic happened when I was living there. But if you can't find it in a shop, you can always find it online. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I mean I've sent both of you PCs I've been looking at and stuff like that. So I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as
We'll
I
take over PC too.
as I tell everybody,
I mean, it's nearly Christmas. Treat yourself. Come on.
well, as I say to everybody that sends me an email about about their PC, you got to. There's 3 areas. You have to know what you want to play game-wise. You have to know what you can afford to spend, and you need to compromise between the two. And that's where you're going to lie. If you don't have enough money to get the PC that you want, then you're going to have to save a bit of money before you can buy.
Yes.
You don't want to undercut yourself on a PC just to make sure you get it there and then.
Well,
Otherwise, you
you
end up
don't
with a
want to
bad one.
spend 12 grand like Keddy did, and he's probably still spending more.
He spent more than that. Yeah, I think his new PC was more than that, the one that he built.
He's just been spending funny money, the boy, and he's got such a fantastic setup. But
I
I
know.
think still to this date, the best setup I think I've ever seen, and you've got to agree with me, is Cascanova.
Well, that's
He's
room
man
included
cave.
though. That's all
That-
room included.
Everything.
But
That's
no,
just-
if you want to see the best setup that I've ever seen,
I'd shut the door and never come out.
if you go and look at a guy called Boosted Media,
Right?
he's got £100,000 rig.
Is he the
He's a
VR guy?
no. He's the one that's got. He's got the screens.
Like
He's
full
got
on
the,
cockpit, right?
yeah. He's got like a full cockpit. He's
I've
got
seen-
lights for when he's driving at night and lightning's happening. The lights
Yep.
do the lightning. He's got fans to blow air on him. He's got all that shit.
No,
Yep.
it's just.
I gotta become a
ridiculous.
And
pilot.
it's
I
a
gotta have
motion
something
rig.
like that.
Yeah, he's a motion rig and all that. It's about £100,000 rig. If you type in boosted media £100,000 rig tour, it'll bring it
Oh,
up.
I've seen it. He does a lot of VR racing. He does.
Yeah.
He's got the
Yeah,
headset.
he
and
does.
stuff.
He's got a few different things, but
I watched his race round Bathurst actually. It was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he was in 15th place. And within about 6 laps, he was in first place.
yeah.
He's just frighteningly fast, and the headset, all the curved screens are all amalgamated perfect, so nothing looks flawed. It just
Yep.
looks so realistic.
You're not talking about Dave Cam, are you? The bald-headed guy.
Is this the guy that moaned about ACC?
Aye.
No,
Aye,
no,
so that's not boosted media. Boosted media's I think
no,
Australian.
we're talking about him. He's actually lost a lot of followers because of that.
That's alright. He was never that. He was more iRacing anyway.
Aye, true.
So
But it's,
we've gone on a bit long. We were supposed to get to an announcement, but we've only got 3 minutes until your lottery. So we'll just
oh yeah, the lottery's coming up.
so we'll talk garbage until then. After the lottery, we'll get a wee announcement from the American side.
Hey, what's happening on the American side tonight?
Oh,
well.
Interesting.
We're basically taking more players.
Oh,
You better bloody well not.
so out of the
Taking a flip.
out of the 500 that are currently at PC PlayStation, you're taking
Yeah.
what 300?
Most likely.
It's hard to believe that between PC and PlayStation, we're now up to 1,500 and something members.
And growing.
Yeah, and that's even with James doing his Monday prune.
Oh yeah.
He loves his Monday print.
Oh, Monday prune.
He
Yeah.
showed me what he does. It's actually down to. It's not him just
It's
going in and
activity.
thinking, "Look, I'll take him."
No.
It's their messages, their inactivity over the
Thir-
course of a full
30,
month.
30 days inactivity. If they've not even looked at Discord in 30 days, they'll come up and they'll get pruned.
That's it.
So when I get my surgery, I just need to make sure I look in once a month.
You get booted.
Or by October. And the thing is, when you get booted, when you come back, you've lost your trophies, you've lost everything.
Yep.
It's not fair. Right, so you got 1 more minute, Chris, or you can go
just
early. It's
let-
up to yourself.
Let me know. Can you see that on screen?
Yes, I can see that on screen. It says Ben Milden won last week.
Yes.
Was it
No,
last
he won
week?
on
No,
the
a week
third
before.
day, 8 weeks
I
back.
think £35 he won.
Aye. Before the show was over, James upped him the money.
Yes, I think he bought himself a steering wheel. That with all that
Just-
rollover money.
Just a Argos, a wee Tato wheel, a wee
Aye.
kid's Tato wheel. Right, so we've still got 1 minute to go, guys. If you want to be part of this, get on the
get
Patreon
the-
on the website. Sign up as little as £3 plus VAT, and then you've got a chance of winning every week. Oh,
I'm just getting the Patreon list up
thank you very much, Del.
that way.
Oh.
Do you know it's so bloody hot? My eyeballs are sweating. I don't know if everybody's been seeing me going like this all day. It's horrible. How do your eyeballs sweat? It's like
I don't
somebody's,
know,
it's
that's,
like
that's a
somebody's,
funny one.
somebody's told me a bad story and I'm just crying.
So as you can see, yep, the full list's 1 to 999 as always.
So it's £10 tonight then?
It's up to £10 now, so this is us like on week 8 or something of the lotto, or week 9 I think, so 7 weeks past and we had a winner, last week no winner, so week 9 we're rolled over to £10 again, so
So if you win tonight, Kevin, that means you can buy the missus some flowers for saying you can have a PC.
I can buy a
Ten-
PC tonight.
10 quid will probably equate to about $12, you can maybe
Yeah.
get a wee
Box
cheap
of
lunch
chocolates
for
as
that.
well, yeah.
So we'll shuffle the numbers, and then we'll do a 3, 2, 1 and click the button, and this now spins for about 10 seconds.
Have you put the
Slows
timer?
down. I think it's about 10 seconds it lasts, I'm not sure.
Ah.
And then where it stops, nobody knows.
So question, every one of those wee gaps, is that actually a number that...
That's a number between 1 and 999
So
is
we're
all
saying
split here.
there's 999 numbers in there?
That's it.
839? Nope, the only 8s is King of the Hills, and he is not 83 anything, so it's another rollover.
Another rollover. So no winner this week.
Closest person it's between Amir and King of the Hills, is where it's in between.
Well, the more patrons we get, the more chance there is of winning, so that's the thing. We've got 999 slots, so if we can get 999 patrons, we're probably going to be the richest gaming community out there, but that's just to tell you. So 839, so we'll close that. I'm not going to remove it, I just update it. 839, and then just put in wee brackets that it's from tonight's podcast.
So while Christopher is wrapping up the lottery, why don't we talk about the announcement? Chris, if you want to close that window, you can.
So for PS4, the US side, we're actually finishing the endurance championship and the mixed championship too, which it's every other Friday.
Yeah, because
one Friday is endurance. Yeah, one Friday is endurance, the other Friday is mixed. And we're finishing that. We're actually, after finishing, we're only going to have endurance on Fridays, which is going to be every 2 weeks again. But now we're going to have a new series on Saturday.
Right.
And this is where we want to take all those UK people and bring them over.
Right.
So this is actually Chris's series. He wanted it, and we're like, hey, go ahead with it. So it's going to be a one make. It's going to be a one make series where, let me find the picture.
That's right. I can remember seeing a wee kind of thing about it.
Yeah. So it's going to be a one make series. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. my time, which is Eastern.
So that's about
1 a.m. UK time.
Is it 1 a.m. UK time?
Yeah, 1 a.m. UK time. So we're trying to see if the UK people join us too.
I thought it was
since it's gonna be right there. I mean, we all know Bolton is gonna join.
A
gamer dad is gonna join.
Oh, I definitely.
Probably Brizzle will join until he moves over to PC.
Yep, I think he's joining soon from what I heard. I know he's not going to continue the TNT season. Mm-hmm. The TNT season this season is going to be long because we're doing it every 2 weeks now. Yep. So it's going to finish, I think it's going to finish in November. And it's a 10-round season.
Yeah.
But for Saturday, which is going to be a one make on PS4 with the times I said. So we have 4 rounds. It's going to be a month. It's going to be Suzuka, Auto Park, Brands Hatch, and the Hungaroring. And for each round, we're going to have a different car. So for round 1, it's going to be the Super Trofeo. Round 2 is going to be the McLaren 650. Right. Round 3 is going to be everybody's favorite car, the Bentley. Ooh. And the 4th round is going to be the Ferrari.
So is this PS4 or PS5? Or a
PS4. For now, it's going to be PS4.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, are you guys still having trouble getting PS5s over there? Or is that starting to open up some?
No, that's the other one. We're starting our Endurance PS5 series.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's kicked so good with the TNT on Tuesdays that George is like, I'm going to add another series. But that series is going to be once a month. It's going to have 5 rounds, so 5 months. It's going to be on a Saturday. It won't conflict with the other Saturday series. Mm-hmm. So that's good, and it's going to run all the way to next year.
Cool.
So it's going to be 5 months. It's actually going to be, he's going to be ranging from an hour and 40 minutes to 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And like always, different pit stops. We like to change it around so nobody gets bored of the same thing.
Yeah. I quite like the USA side of things. You always vary every single race. It's brilliant.
I'd like to see a 2 hour race with 12 pit stops.
I think that's just idiotic.
And in
And
between, in the middle of that whole race, you have to run one whole in between pit stop, the middle pit stops, 5 and 6. You have to run those whole races on the pit limiter. So that's 10 minutes in pit limiter.
So whilst you're
Just to make
talking
it
there, I
interesting.
just thought I would post up and share my screen again. Cascanova has very kindly posted up a nice picture of his setup. So this is his rig.
What's the red things? Is that air? That's
It's
for air conditioning.
airflow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely brilliant, and he's still absolutely crap.
So that actually looks like 3 curved monitors he has as well.
Yes, it does indeed. So
Mhm.
he has his PlayStation hidden somewhere in amongst that because he raced last night. Um,
I,
and
I like his kids setup.
his kid setup's probably better.
Yeah.
But that's nice.
His kid's got
Take,
a DD1 and
that's
a fancy Helsingborg pedals and stuff.
God. That's that there
Those be
is
done.
most. This is him treating himself like Christmas on Christmas and built on it and built on it and built on
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. It's something you build over time.
Very impressive, mate. Very
Uh,
impressive indeed.
See that button box that he's got on the side? I think it's the Steam box.
Yeah.
Stream box that I was showing you. The 15
Yeah,
buttons
I
I want.
really would like one of them.
I'd like to get one of them, but I'm saving up money for a PC just now to upgrade that first.
Yeah. So let's go back and see that there. It's you basically those wee boxes you can program them each of the buttons
Yes.
to individually like house a function on your game, and you can change the little icon because it's a little digital LCD screen behind every button. So you've got thousands and thousands of variations. So and it's like 119 quid or something for the box or something, isn't it? They're pretty good,
Yeah.
pretty
It
sophisticated.
is a Stream Deck Cascanova just said.
But that's going back to the points you've made tonight, Kev. That's just taking the USA side probably astronomical, and I think these
Oh yeah,
are just going to grow from that even more.
we actually, which is the big announcement we got today. So those the 3 calendars are up already on the announcements for FRL, including the PS4 side, which it's having an endurance, which is the Fridays. It's gonna be 6 round endurance. It's gonna run all the way to December 2nd, with a week off due to Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
But the big announcement there is that you know how my mind is. My mind just runs. We want to be as creative as we can with everything.
Yes,
So I talked with George, and I'm like, George, we got to do something for this endurance series that
I've
makes it different from others.
I've seen your conversation, and I know what you're going to say, and I'm very excited to see the reaction of what everyone says here.
Oh,
And oh man,
I've
so
not known about it, so I'll give you a proper reaction.
so for the endurance series, each round it's going to be 100 minutes, which is an hour and 40 minutes race,
Yep.
with one pit stop, 25-second fixed time. That's to mix up the strategy a little bit. But there's a round that we're going to switch it around a little bit. So the penultimate round before our week off for Thanksgiving. So we have a round, week off, then the final round. It's going to be on Nürburgring.
Mhm.
For that round, we're going to switch it up. So SRE boss has been asking for a long time for longer races. He's like, "Oh, we want longer races. We want longer races." I can't stand longer races. You know, just sitting 1 hour and 40 minutes on that chair. At the end, I'm so
I
tired.
absolutely love it.
Longer
But
races
I'm
are
like, no,
longer races are okay when you can split the
split
workload.
them.
So
Yeah.
you do
Yep.
2 hours, and you walk away, and you get something to eat, you get a drink, a cup of tea, you go in the bedroom for some private time, come back, you do another 2 hours. So that's fine, but
Oh, Derek.
just doing 6 or 7 hours on your own is a bit dramatic.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
come
so
on.
for that round, that Nürburgring round, it's actually going to be a 3 hour race. It's not going to be 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's going to be 3 hours.
Yeah.
What's the difference here? The difference for this 3 hour is that for endurance, we're gonna have 15 permanent drivers. There's gonna be 15, and then we're gonna have 5 reserves. So drive, come in, drive, and go, like we did on the other series. But there's only 15. For that series, you're only gonna have 19 drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Why? For the next thing I'm gonna tell you.
What's the 20th driver going to be? Tell us.
That 20th driver is gonna be really important for this race.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a 3 hour race, no pit requirements. So you can pit however many times you want. You can try and make it on one pit if you want. I don't recommend it, but you can try it. Good luck with that.
I don't know if that'll work, even in Bentley.
82 minutes, I think, is
Yeah.
about the longest we're going to get.
Yeah, I think.
On the Bentley, I lasted an hour and 39 minutes.
Yeah.
My tires went, yep.
Okay.
Silverstone, and my tires went off the lap before the last one. They exploded.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, that all the extra time we gained by doing one pit all got lost on that exploded tyres. Because it's so difficult to get back, you lose all that time and possibly more.
Yeah.
I was first, ended up 7th.
Oh.
God.
Should have done a wee splash and dash at the end.
Yep. So the race is gonna be actually a 24-hour cycle. So it's gonna be 3 hours with a 24-hour cycle.
Okay.
It's gonna be double points, but it's not gonna be your traditional double points where you're gonna get double points at the end. You're gonna get your final points at the end of the race, but at the 1 hour mark, you're also gonna get points.
Yeah.
So let's for example, the 24 hours of Spa, which halfway through it, you get points. So it's basically the same thing, but at the 1 hour mark, you're gonna get points, and then at the end, you're gonna get points. But then we add another thing. For the first time ever in FRL, we're actually gonna have a safety car. So how we're gonna do this is a safety car can come out anytime during the race, which is that 20th car we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it can come out anytime during the race, and when that hour mark hits, the leader crosses, and the points are all given 1 through 19. When that final car passes through, a safety car will come out, bunch the fill back up. Lap cars can go around, get their lap back, and you're gonna have a 1 hour sprint to the end from there on.
That sounds
So
brilliant.
the safety car will come back in and go for 1 hour. If depending on what pit strategy you're in, you either have to pit one more time or you can go 1 hour without pitting.
Now, just a quick question. If there's a car there that's about 5 or 6 laps down, is the car going to stay out until he gets his 5 laps back?
No, you only get one lap.
So that's a absolutely phenomenal idea. It's going to take some setting up.
Oh yeah.
You're going to have the. I'm sure you've ironed this out, or you will iron it out. But the safety car will be like a GT4 Ginetta or something, so you can recognise it on the map, because it'll be a different colour on the map.
Yeah, it's got to be from a different series.
Yeah, like excellent, and just it would need to be black and white, so that it's like the police. And have like a red flash up it or something like that, or blue wheels on it or something.
If you take the BMW M4 GT4, you can have the black and white checkered effect, and have a black and white checkered flag as your safety car.
Yeah, we're getting there with all that information. We have to practice, obviously, to get everything straight for that day. We're still 2 months away, 2 months and a half away from it. But we want to get as perfect as we can for that day. Actually, our safety car is going to be none other than George.
Excellent.
He's going to be there for us.
George, don't crash!
Coming out of the pits, he's going to crash.
Car, it's a 12 race ban.
The minute he comes out of the pits and they go to the first corner and he takes out the first 5 cars with a spin.
That's it, 12 race ban, don't come back. Excellent. Oh, that sounds really, really good, Kev. That sounds really good.
Yeah, we're really excited for that. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. Yeah. Why not?
Well, FRL, it's probably the first time anyone's ever had a safety car on any PlayStation platform across it. I've never seen that in any
I
streams
don't
or
I
anything.
don't know about PlayStation. I've been in a couple of races
PC,
where it's PC but
PC will either have one come out on track or they'll have
yeah.
the virtual. There's a virtual
Yeah.
pace car, but never
I've
ever
never
ever
I've
seen
never seen the
PlayStation.
virtual one done, but I've seen the pace car coming out for the actual races. A lot of some of the endurance races do it. It's actually it's few and far between as well on PC.
I like it. I really
On
like it.
PS4, I've seen it, but it's just a server reset. It's not really, a safety car.
Aye, right, okay.
So we want a safety car out there.
So is the safety car only for the last hour, or is it for any big crashes that'll come out and
For
bunch
any
up?
big crash. So if there's a massive crash at the beginning of the race, it's George's decision if he wants to come in or come out. So we can have an Abu Dhabi moment virtually.
So
Excellent.
if your 5 laps be down, you just keep on spinning somebody out and get the safety car out and just get your 5 laps back.
Get those laps
So
back.
that will be. This is what they'll need to iron out. That will be somewhere in the rules. Can't keep bringing George out, as sexy as he is. You need to try and keep that car in the pits as
See,
much as
I'd love to be in first place at that point when George comes out in his wee GT4 and you just bump draft him while we're in the straights. Annoying him.
Your
It's almost
safety
gonna do it.
goes to pot. Brilliant. That sounds great. I
It
really
does.
like
It sounds
that
like
idea.
it sounds like a good idea. There's a lot of information there. Are you going to put up an announcement with all the information?
Oh, yeah.
So it's
We're
easier to
gonna
read.
have that all set up. We're actually gonna have a pre-race meeting. So we're gonna have a meeting explaining everything, half an hour before the race to everybody, so they know what they're supposed to do, and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know about it." Nope, you're gonna know about it half an hour before.
Sit in an effing meeting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So every driver during the race has to be on Discord like you guys do for PC. They have to be on Discord so they can hear when the safety car is coming out, if it's
Yeah.
coming out, when it's coming back in.
Yep.
All the information is going to be there, so they have to be on Discord.
Just even just muted, but be there so they can hear.
They can hear when the safety car is coming out.
Here's a question. On PlayStation, you can still talk in the game, can you not? And people hear you.
But the problem with that is if you're on a chat with someone for example the FRL chat, you can't hear when they're talking in game.
Yeah.
So that's why we got to do it outside of it. So we have to do it on Discord.
Yeah, that's
have
why.
Have their phone sitting next to them. Put it
Yeah.
in the Discord chat. Leave the phone sitting there. Don't look at your phone. Get the audio up so that they can hear it. Bang. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your auntie.
Todd's your sister.
Riz has put us a wee message to me. Let's see what he's saying.
You're going all blurry, Chris. What have you done? There you go. It's fixed it.
So podcast. Oh, am I still broadcasting? No.
Yeah.
So am I? No, am sharing? Sorry.
No, you're not sharing.
Rizzo, so podcast question for you. Right. So his question is, he's going over to PC. Does his driver rating follow him to PC, or does it all start again?
It'll probably start again, but if you feel that you should be in a pro situation, you can do a hot lap to prove
Just do
that.
your hot lap. It's your hot lap on Spa. If it's a 219.5 or less.
By the time, So if you come over to PC, you'll probably start from scratch. I will check with James on it, but you can do a hot lap to get yourself put into the pro side if you wanted. I'd imagine by the end of the first season, because all the races run simultaneously. If you're doing a Tuesday and you're doing a Friday, by the time we get finished the month, or the season, sorry, I'd imagine if you've been doing well enough, you would have that rating anyway.
Yeah, 75 is the minimum rate to get into the GT3 Pure Sim Racing gear.
That's not the rating. Driver rating is 50. Above 50.
And what's the track?
The track medals is 3 and your safety rating is going to be 75.
Safety. But the safety rating on PC goes up really fast.
Yeah, well, the thing that I thought about, that I hadn't thought about, that I realised when I went to PC, it went up so quickly on all the ratings. when I was trying to build the ratings on the PlayStation, I started from scratch. I was a brand new driver.
Oh.
Oh, we lost Kevin.
Lost Kev.
But yeah, I was a brand new driver, so you were learning the game at the same time as trying to build your rating up. Whereas when you come in on the PC, you already know the game. You just have to get a little bit used to driving on PC instead of PlayStation. I'm sure he'll be back. If he's noticed that he's gone, you should tell him.
Yep. We've had Briz saying he will sandbag the hot lap. Don't you dare.
No.
Yes, I've seen it here first, guys. If he sandbags it, he can get a 219 low, no problem. In fact, he could probably get a 218. So
If
he
he's
gets
if
less
he's
than
threatening
that,
to sandbag it, then I'll just have James put him in pro and bring his driver rating over. There's a possibility James might be able to do that, but I don't know how it works on the system that James has got set up. Maybe he can't bring it over because it's an algorithm that tells how many races you've done. So I don't know. We'll find out.
There he's saying he's doing low 18s, high 17s, so that's frightening. I think you'll do well in PC.
Oh dear, James is in the house. He's actually seen that. He's in the Formula Racing League TV.
Where is he?
He's just come in and said, "Wow."
That's me.
Are you on the FRL Racing one?
Yes.
Why? Why aren't you on your own? That's supposed to be reserved for James.
No. I'm on it.
If he's doing 18s and 17s, is that at Spa? Yeah. So if he's doing that 18s and 17s,
that's pro straight off bat.
But it would, I don't know where the hot laps are actually at.
There, Jan Barth so it's 19 and a half or less is pro, 19 and up and a half is up and up is and Jan Barth.
Hi Kevin.
Got a 219.6.
I'm back.
How are we?
What happened to you? Did you pull the plug out? We were just talking garbage until you got back.
Yeah, we were keeping Fresh Briz entertained. He's telling us he's going to sandbag the hot laps on PC.
Yeah. So it's almost 11 o'clock. Why don't we do a couple of clips? Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, get on with the clips, man. Excellent. Whilst you're talking about the clips, is there anything else you want us to know about the USA side? Because there's a lot happening. It's got a lot to portray and a lot to get through.
I think everything's like we have our series going on TNT on Thursdays for PS4, TNT for Tuesday on PS5, and obviously every Friday we have a race for the next month till the 16th of next month. We have this Friday we have mixed racing, and then the next Friday we have endurance, the penultimate round.
Perfect. Well, we've got just so that everyone knows, Neil Woodward. He's been given the role of kind of like dealing with, let's see, the newcomers that come into the Discord and directing them the right place and making sure they're actively kind of like getting to click on the right buttons, and a lot of the guys that maybe come in for the USA side, Neil's right on it now. He's so you might find people coming in and asking lots of questions, and what he'll do is he'll direct them to the right people, to like myself or like you and George and Chris and now Hendrix. So,
yeah, Chris and George. Oh man, with the new people, they're another thing with them. They're on top of that. They're always sending personalized message.
I know.
So yeah, and you coming into FRL towards the US side, just know you're gonna receive a message within 10 minutes of you coming in from one of them.
You will be
a welcome message.
Like you will be violated by text. At least.
In one message, you're gonna know everything that's going on with the US side of FRL.
Yep.
You're gonna have every link. You're gonna have everything.
I love it. So, what have we got clips-wise, Dale?
Yeah, I was going to go into the clips, and I went over to Discord, and you guys started talking about something else. So I switched back to our faces real quick. So now we're back at Discord. We shall start off where we left off, because I remembered where we left off at. We left off at TK Drifter.
We did.
This was mega fun. I'm hoping it's a short one. Can you guys see it? It's only a minute long, so
yes.
You guys able to see it?
Yeah,
on.
so
Oh well, you have to go to the Twitch channel, Kevin, and watch it on Twitch. I don't
Gotcha.
know if you want to do that on your laptop or not.
Nah, I can't do it. I got no internet, so
No.
it went down.
Yeah, that's the only way we can do it because it doesn't work very well. So we'll do a couple and then we'll get you back involved. This is what is this? This is a Settle Corsa itself.
this is just a settle course itself,
Yeah.
and this was a wee race that TK Drifter had set up, and I think there was about
So Alfa Romeo in front.
7 or 8 of them. It was Alfa Romeos and BMWs
Yeah,
racing each other.
looks like an Alfa. Yeah, it's an Alfa. So that's Nürburgring, isn't it?
Um,
It doesn't say, but it looks like it.
hang on.
Yeah, it's then coming up to the last.
Oh
10.
yeah, that is indeed. Yeah.
Oh, get it.
It's, the cars are so well, they're paced very similar.
Go.
Nope, he's defending, he's
Yep.
parking it. He's absolutely
Yeah.
parking it. Oh,
Woo!
oh, well done. And then
Yeah.
the inside. Oh, a wee
That's
door
it.
bang, a wee undercut.
Oh, did you see that car in the straight?
Oh!
Oh, that's going to ruin your whole race if you have that other car.
That looks pretty good actually. So
Yeah.
if anybody at all is interested in getting involved, TK Drifter sets up just kind of like private lobbies.
This one's a bit loud. Oh, hang on.
Go, it was quite good. So
Oh, that one was loud. No, we can't listen to that, unfortunately. That's going to be copyrighted. What I can do is turn the volume off on it.
what is it? That's the.
It's a copyright song. So we can't have this song can't be up.
Okay,
We'll get in trouble
that's fine.
if we're not already. So this is Bathurst. Oh dear.
Wow, look
That's
at
that's
this.
just a wee recap, he says.
Oh.
Oh, he's held it. That was a, oh, what was that all about? There's a lot going on here and I'm not keeping up very well. Is that you, Chris?
So, it's definitely not me. This is a guy K doing Bathurst on a VR headset.
I don't think that was VR
Or it's, do you know it's not?
because
It's one of
you
these,
see him shake his hand.
Yeah,
So
it's not VR. It's
it's a GoPro.
on his head.
Right.
Whilst he's got like a proper rig. That's just that's brilliant.
So then we've got Daz Sniper. I've been called a lot of things in my life, but Moses has never been one of them.
Okay.
Must be a part.
Let's-
This must be a parting of the car scene.
Excellent. So can I just say this was the race the other night?
Oh dear,
on
there he is,
Spa,
right there.
And there was
He made
absolute
it through.
carnage. Oh.
There's a lot of
my
people not holding brakes in that accident by the looks of it.
No.
So yeah, that was a parting of the car scene.
That was a great race still, and that was Spa on the mixed Sunday, and me and Daza had probably, I would say, the most intense 40 minutes, and then the last 20 minutes I'd Kino DJ breathing up my rear end. That was a great race, race forever.
So Gluyas 22.
Yes. Marcus Gluyas.
Yeah, Marcus. He said this is how the crash was from his point of view.
All right, here we go. See, this is interesting. Watch. This is good. This is good. So he's at the back, at 21st, and there's
Oh dear.
cars just going to start going everywhere.
That was near a 380. Was a 740,
720,
720.
720, and came out on top with a bit of damage with a wobbly bonnet.
Yeah, my TV's turned off. I'm just having to fix it, and I can't see it until it comes back on.
Oh, good. That was good.
As you can see, guys, between the internet's dying, TV's going off, we planned these podcasts out to the last millimetre.
I know. Nothing goes wrong, and it's like that every single week. I don't know what anybody's complaining about if they do.
Right, so we'll do Ibrahim Hawa.
Ibrahawa.
How are you?
Ibrahamawa.
And then we'll
move on to the standings?
Yes, because we're being having a bit of a late one here.
No, we're not.
Somebody's humming in the background. Let's just rewind that and we'll catch up.
So if I watch the same clip again.
Lose it there.
No.
Yeah. Hold the brakes and bang in I go. So yeah, that's fine. Right, so that's the two.
Oh, he's doing an incident.
Need.
Is that the incident?
Aye. I don't know why people load up the incidents. We're not meant to have it.
Posted their instance in the clips channel. Okay.
Alright, we'll jump down and we'll have a look at we'll have a quick look at Jamie, since we can't do the instance. So Jamie says that it broke him.
It's
a 30-second trip.
Closing. It was 12 after the pit.
Yeah, it has got a little bit cooler.
Have I heard arms?
Yeah, he's had massive damage, massive stops.
Oh, language, Jamie, language! Jamie using bad language because he got a drive-through in the corner. Is that the last lap he's won? Oh no, he throws it into the wall.
Sounds like a drive.
No, he let it go.
Sounds like a death.
Oh, we watched this last week, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So he must have put it up again. Or were we supposed to be down here? Maybe I've gone too high. Anyway,
You're quite high up there, actually. Look at the score on the right hand side.
It does. We'll start from here. Everybody remind me, TK Drifter, then it's Big Time Dave, and then it's Woody's underneath that, and that's where we're going to start from next week.
Yes. Because
I might have messed that up there. It's not like me, I don't mess up things often.
Only once every Wednesday.
Aye, once a Wednesday's fine.
So it's work 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
Yeah. Terrible. Right, so I'll bring up the standings real quick.
Will you be able to see the standings on your phone?
Oh yeah.
Kev?
Yeah, because it should come up on the window, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What is going on now? Find me a page. Yeah, that one.
So let's just go and have a wee look and see. We're still at 18 viewers, guys. Lock and Loads, Jan Barth, Cascanova, Fresh Briz. I wonder if Vivian's still in, or if she went back to just watch Coronation Street or what, Kev?
Coronation Street?
I have no idea.
There's no such thing as Coronation Street over there. They've got things like Dallas and Dynasty and what's that one that they talk about, the Sands of Time or some crap? It's
those boring shows.
Yeah, it's all they've got soaps like you wouldn't believe over there.
Oh yeah, I know.
And they make EastEnders look interesting in Coronation Street.
So we're down to 13 viewers, so we're
So-
going to start seeing the people drop off here.
Yeah. So these are the pictures I was talking about. Is this the posters that you were making, Kevin?
These are the current season posters.
Yeah, but what I mean is these are the ones you made, or
No, George did those.
right? So the ones that you made, I've not seen then.
You can actually see them in the FRO announcement channel.
Right. I don't have the PlayStation of anything.
I'll bring them up when you're finished here,
Yeah,
just so that
there you
people
go.
can see the artworks and stuff.
So since Kevin's on tonight, why don't we have Kevin read out the
yes.
positions, and you can give us a wee bit of information on how the guys are doing.
Yep. So there's actually one round that hasn't been posted yet, which was last night's round for PS5.
Okay.
Yep.
But JP, obviously he's in first. He's a legend. He's too fast. We got our very own George in second. Genius in third. Sasquatch in fourth.
Yes.
And then NTS Nocerdo in fifth.
Yes. Or Roberto Pena.
And-
Roberto Pena, yep. They're
He
separated by
speaks
32 points.
Spanish.
Christopher's favourite
Yep.
drivers in 7 just now. His favourite name is there.
Big
Wang
Wang
Dang.
Bang.
Bang.
I had to talk Christopher out of changing his PSN name and going in there in the series as Wee Wang Dang. He was
Big
going
Wang
to change.
Bang
He was
and
going
Wee
to
Wang
change it. Right, so moving on, we have Thursday night, right? So is that's PS5, isn't it?
Yeah, that one was PS5.
Yeah.
This is PS4.
So PS4 is going to be Thursday night.
Yep, a lot of the PS5 guys are also racing on the PS4 side. They come down.
Yeah.
So in first place, I can't see it. You gotta go up and oh no, it's my fault. It's my fault. My bad. We got Brazil.
Yeah.
Which is from the UK, and I think he's not racing anymore, so that's my spot now. Thank you.
Scrub him out and say loser at the side.
Yeah.
Loser.
So I'm behind him 3 points. Then we got JP, which he's from PS5 too. He's in third place. I think he got disconnected the last race. That's why he's so back behind.
Right, okay.
Juggernaut on fourth, and then Chris on fifth, 59 points back. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it does look quite close, even as you come down.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
worth
midfield
mentioning
battles are just so close every season.
It's just worth mentioning here. See any driver that you see that's got a kind of white circle with kind of like blue and red lettering or blue and red numbering, they're a patron. So they've allocated
these ones.
that number. Yeah, they've picked that number, and they contribute to the community. So
Kevin, where's your white number?
My number is 14.
Yeah, but why is it not white?
Because I made that. I made it and James posted it, you know.
Mr. Artifarty Wee the Kevy has changed it.
So you can actually see there's some fast drivers like Airflare.
Yeah.
He's only done I think 2 races, and he's fast. He's gonna be up there soon. Rapid Doug. So on TNT we have a lot of fast drivers, and it's just maybe they're down the standings like. You know, SRE Boss and all of them because they haven't competed on all the races. But we have so many fast guys on the US side of things.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And it's...
You're not just saying that because you're sitting in second place technically first, are you?
Oh. I mean, that's a slow guy right there.
So many fast drivers.
I know. It's such a fast league. Oh, by the way, I'm up there in first place, by the way.
So next league
is the Endurance Week.
Endurance.
So which week are you on just now? Are you on an Endurance Week or a GT4 week?
This week is the mix week. This
So-
week. Then next week is Endurance.
Okay, so last week you had Endurance then.
We covered this
Yep,
off last week.
it was
but
last week.
it's- Wee Kev, you're at the top of that one, which shows you've had 3 really, really good races and 1 mediocre, and it shows good stage. I think
So that mediocre one was the one that my tires blew out. Now we're in 39 minutes, with a minute to go.
Ah, right. Silver.
Yeah.
Good.
Silverstone. Yeah. So it's myself in the lead, 23 points ahead, with Rowdy in second, Chris in third, with Butler right behind him,
Cool.
and Hazard in fifth.
And Gamer
Which
was
you can see once again, the points are really close between everybody.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, indeed.
And I love the categories with the gold, silver, and all of
Yes,
that.
I was looking at it and you got bronze, a couple of bronze in the Thursday night.
Yep, I love it.
And then the mixed Fridays won't be up until next week, but look at that.
No, mixed Friday is this Friday,
Friday,
is the
okay.
penultimate round.
And we've got
I
Wee the
think-
Kevin at the top again, the slowest man in the US.
Which I can actually lock in the championship this week since I have a 75-point gap.
Yeah.
But once again, look how close second through fifth is, which second has 80 points and fifth has 68 points, which that's less than 10 points right there.
Has Airflare just turned up? Is he a new driver?
Yeah, he's one of the new drivers. He's already in third.
So he's already in third with only 2 races.
He's
That's
not like
impressive.
fresh out the wrapper, but he's one of the newer guys. But he's raced enough. If he got into his Hall of Fame, you'll
Well, no, what I meant is he new to the league? When I say
Yeah,
new, I
he's
mean
just
new to
done
the league.
yeah, he's done a couple races.
Yeah.
And then for GT4 is the exciting one between SRE Bus and Chris. As you can see, only 3 points separate them.
Yeah.
They've been switching the lead all season long. One race, Chris is on the lead. The other race, SRA. So that battle between them is going to go into the end with Big Time Dave, who's lately gotten really, really good. I remember when I used to see him at the back of the pack all the time.
That's when I
Now
was
you see
racing
him
against
fighting.
him.
Yeah, now you see him battling at the mid pack with other guys, and you got Hendrix right there, which is fast too, and Rowdy too right there in fifth. Then you got some dude named Gamer Dad. I don't know who he is, but
Yeah.
we can skip him.
Now, just out of curiosity, who got first place at round 4? It's only showing silver and bronze.
Oh, he's not added. I don't remember who was it?
So
Good question.
somebody's supposed to get put in then.
Yeah, so it was someone supposed to get in, added in then.
Okay. Well, that's something
Yeah,
to look at later, isn't it?
Yep. And then
So-
for the endurance round, we actually have one Laguna Seca. I know you were talking about it last week.
Yeah,
I think
round
it's
2.
Round 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that round was postponed due to July 4th.
Mhm.
So that's going to be our last race now.
So that'll be moved to technically race 6.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So we'll move on to Christopher's favourites, the Tackle Tuesday.
Oh, I love Tackle Tuesday.
Are you still racing in any of the UK leagues, Kevin?
So the only one I can make it to is Sunday
Right.
for mixed Sundays right now. And then for the last couple of months, the only ones I've been racing is Sunday and GT4 late night,
Right.
which
Okay.
you can call that my series, you know.
Mhm.
Gamer Dad
thank
will
you.
tell you about it.
Yeah. I think you're doing pretty well. And we've now got a little sprucey video on all the websites, so you'll need to probably pause that.
Yeah, and I can't. There's no way of pausing it. No, I can't pause it.
Just
There's
click it.
look for a volume there. There's no volume.
So it's a wee enticing video to just draw you in, bring you in, and then this is the artworks here. This here is Weedy Kev's artwork for the UK side. And
Right.
then I'm going to bring up and show
I'm
you what the
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of stole it from Katie's, but he doesn't need to know.
Katie.
No,
Yeah.
but you've
Stole
made
it
your
from
own.
who?
You've-
Yeah, I made it my own with colors and switch things around, you know.
So
But he's the
everything's
original
there.
one.
who did you say you
Everything's
stole it from?
Katie.
Your
Katie.
side of
Okay,
FRL.
Katie. That's alright. Everybody steals it from PC. I made a couple of videos, like little guides or something. 2 little guides to help drivers out, because I'm always getting questions about awesome liveries, and then the other one was people not getting tickets correctly. So I made 2 little videos, and I uploaded them to my YouTube, and I put them on the admin channel. I said, I made these 2 videos. If you okay with them, we'll put them up on the channel. And it could have been 2 seconds later, James comes up and goes, can we upload them to the FRL site so as we can put a link in there and people start getting views on FRL? I was like, oh, every time.
he just wants affiliate, man. He just wants to get us up there and recognised.
Well, it's on YouTube. That was the thing, and we stopped using YouTube.
Yeah.
But no, I had to put it on YouTube for FRL. I was under orders, and you know when he tells you you got to do it.
So this is Tackle Tuesday PS4. Now, if you see there, Will Friedman is probably the only driver we've seen so far in any of the standings with a platinum standard. Well, platinum's category. So this guy
This is
is
insane.
insanely rapid. He's also the guy behind why the websites look the way they do. So anyone that's new to the podcast, Will Friedman is the genius behind all of the visuals on the website. So
And what's crazy about that is he barely races. He's racing now more.
Yeah.
But it went a couple months where he didn't race barely, and right now he goes
brilliant,
into the
because
races
somebody else is bloody winning.
most of the times without practicing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without nothing. And out of the last 6 races, he's won 5 of them.
Do you know what I always say? He's always serenading the wife. I know he's not right, but he doesn't race a lot, and I always say as a joke, he's obviously serenading the wife.
Well, you know he's busy because
Scott tells him to F off to the back room, go and do your thing.
And
you
sometimes
know that
he's
he's
drunk.
busy all the time.
Aye.
Because the NWF, the Not Suitable for Work, never gets updated as much anymore.
So let's move on quickly. So Briz is at the top.
We need to
Come
do
on,
something.
Will, we need more videos and pictures, please. More videos and pictures.
Followed closely by Will Friedman. So if you look at that, Will Friedman missed that one race because of a party, or it would have been a different story. He probably would have got 41 points because he would have won and got fastest lap, etc. Graham's in third place, Brandon Glover in fourth, with Essa bringing up the top five. Mr. Gorilla Thumbs and Tro sneaking in there as well, seventh and sixth.
You know, that top three would be a lot closer if it wasn't for Will Friedman, like you say, going to a birthday party and then I.R. Graham not finishing. Those two missing brought them away from Brisbane.
If you can see highlighted in orange is an R next to Gamerdad's name. It's because he was a reserve for that particular race. We've trialled it, it's working, it's great, guys are getting recognition. So if you're a reserve driver, we're going to start integrating that into all the leagues. But right now, Tackle Tuesday, because I've had a few questions throughout the week regarding it. So to answer that question and to see it, this is what it'll look like in the standings. So you'll be at the bottom of the top 10 on PS4 and the bottom of the top 30 on PS5. But if you have a look there, your gold's separated into gold and silver, etc. But that's all your reserve drivers that took part in the ARM side and the pro side. So
you're going to read out the...
Yeah, so John
amateurs?
Jig with Robin Dobbin and Dinder Muffin rounding off your podium so far after race 4. Then we've got Jan Peters and the Devil's Son 19, Mr. Rapid himself, and Fresh Jinxon. Big Time Dave, it's really good to see him mid-table. This guy seriously doubted himself for such a long time, and he's just stuck at it. And that's why I got a mail in the week.
I gotta give it to him too, cause I think Airflare and a couple other people are in FRL thanks to him. He's been looking for people too, and bringing people from other places here.
He slit his wrists and it just pours out red, white, blue.
Yep.
So this is the PS5 Tackle Tuesday.
So we'll just do this quickly. We've got Jetpack Nebula with Cool Racing and Dakunal.
Another platinum.
There you go, rounding off the top 3. With Rob 2K and Art Connor kind of keeping it fresh. I mean, there's only maybe 1 or 2 races separating that top 5. You think about it, considering. Back to top 6 because Ben Milton missed 1 race. Yeah,
Milton's got a platinum as well. Maybe that's what he spent his £35 on.
He asking James to give him a platinum. Cheese Monkey and all the racing obviously in there. Good to see Hutch mid-table as well. He was rapid the other night, can I just add? Rapid. He was doing 202 low on Suzuka. Rapid. Let's not
all these reserves.
Yeah.
So that is that the pro guys up here?
There's only 10 spaces on reserves, right?
Right.
On the wee reserves table, and I think I filled it.
That's 9.
Is that 9? 9. Okay. I think I filled the other one. Hang on. So, Clates, G Harvey.
That's 4.
No, that's okay. Pardon me. We've got Clates, G Harvey, and Axel Racing rounding off the top 3 for the AM section, with Cole Fighter and L3W1 UK rounding off top 5. And again, can I just say a massive, amazing and well done thank you to Brando for Gaming. The lad has got a bit of a unique setup, and he's just plugging away, mid-table, first time racing with FRL, and all that's going to happen with that boy is going to get faster and better and bigger.
Why is Darren showing a bronze?
Because that's what it is.
Oh, he just got his PS5, didn't he?
Yes.
So he had to start from scratch.
No, but all these stats are from scratch.
Oh, are they?
Nothing get brought over on PlayStation.
Ah.
So everyone's set rating started from scratch. I personally was on 79. In fact, I was on 81 at one point,
right,
which would have put me as a gold. But I'm in whatever I am in silver.
You're silver. In 23rd position.
I told you not to look where I am.
Well, I just happened to stop on it.
You
But-
absolute twazzick.
I mean, there's GT Jamie's actually ahead of you, and he's at 2 DNFs.
Hey, tell him you're fourth in the Hall of Fame.
So let's swiftly move on.
Yes, I'll swiftly move on for your benefit. So we'll go to GT4 Thursdays.
So the GT4 Thursday hasn't gained the traction we wanted.
What does
so
that? What does that ADS mean? Ads?
Arrive, drive,
A
survive.
and survive. Okay.
The traction-
The weird thing is the arrive, drive, survive that happened on the Thursday was actually okay for PS5.
Mhm.
As soon as you adopted it to other days, another thing, it just kind of died.
I think
It's
the
strange.
GT4 elements killed it because
Yeah.
PS4 love GT4.
Yeah.
PS5 for some reason it's a struggle. It's a struggle
Yeah.
to try and get them out of bed.
It's like
to
PC.
sit in a GT4.
It's like PC, but we do have a big grid come up that I'm going to post about when we
Oh,
get
that
over
big
there.
grid,
But
Well, let's go.
let's do
What's
the
in
GT4s
standings?
first of all. So we got PS5 drivers.
So,
Look who's on first.
Yeah,
since
it's a
started,
usual number.
We have only had 30 people take part, and the numbers have dwindled. So last week we amalgamated both tables, and we ended up with 17 drivers on track.
Yeah, because that
This
looks like
week-
8 people that are pretty much regulars.
Well, this week we've now got 19 drivers registered between both platforms, so it's going to be on PS4 version again this week.
Yeah, because PS4 drivers can't race on PS5.
Well, me and Hutch are going to get our heads together and decide what's going to happen, because we're going to change the PS5 side. There's going to be going forward, there's plenty of races as you see, so we've got another 5 races to get involved in as of next week, or 4 races, or 5 races, so we'll change it up so that we can keep it going and give the PS5 guys something to do, because they can go onto the PS4 version if they wish, or they can stick with PS5. I'll speak to Hutch over the next couple of days, but anyway.
I still think there's a number of people that don't want to get the PS4 version back because it
That's it.
causes glitchy issues with the
I've had people
games.
personally messaging me saying they will not tarnish their PlayStation 5 with the PlayStation 4.
Well, I had the both of them on when I first got it, and it was interfering with the PS5. And it was
I don't know
when
why
when it was
crazy.
505, it was actually told me you have to delete one because you're having a problem with it. They don't know why it's happening. So I deleted the PS4 and it worked great. Everything was fine. And then apparently they've done updates and I tried it again. And as soon as I installed PS4, it broke PS5 version.
Oh.
And the PS4 version would work fine. So I wasn't getting stuck like that, so I deleted it again. I don't have it. Now I don't have PS5 version either on my PS.
Will Friedman, as usual, at the top. He's not necessarily running away from it because Mr. Gorilla Thumbs is on his case. With Robin Dobbin rounding off the top 3. Barmux and Fireblades. Fireblade's not got a category. Don't know why that is. He's not got a rating. We'll need to maybe
He
look
might,
at
is
that.
he new?
Well, I've seen a few of them, but not necessarily, no, because he's been about maybe 1 or 2 seasons.
But has he
One-
raced consistently as a full-time driver?
I mean, he's done 4 races there. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll need to have a look at that. That could just be.
That's 4 races, but it's 1 race, 2 races on 1 day. So I don't know if that makes a difference. Because it starts with 4 races after 4 races, does it not?
Well, the way GT4 works is it's a 15-minute sprint at the start, and then a 40-minute sprint with the reverse grid.
So the
and
PS5 side?
TK Drifter, AMS, and YZA007. Very interesting.
And Shamshu.
Look how tight that is from 7th to 2nd place.
TK Drifter looking for that championship, that first one.
He's
Yeah.
kind of running away with it. I mean, I don't see anyone catching him unless somebody physically poisons his tea and he can't get up out of bed for about 5 weeks.
I think TK Drifter, when it comes to GT4, is quite a natural at it anyway.
Yeah.
Is he driving
Damn slow.
the Maserati again?
TK Drifter's in the Maserati.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, if you can get a hold of that car, you can have the better traction because it's got no traction control and it's
The
got no ABS.
fastest GT4 car in the game, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It can be. It can also be the
The
worst
worst.
and slowest because the first time you brake and lock the tyres up, you destroyed the tyres.
That's it. You get flat spots.
The next time you accelerate too hard at the corner, it's just going to spin you because there's no 3C.
King of the Hills and Darn up there as well, keeping it real. So,
Yeah. So moving to late night slammers, it started.
No, the mixed Sunday.
So a bit of
Mixed Sunday happened last night.
right, mixed Sunday.
Not lots last night, sorry. Mixed Sunday was the first
I was going to say
race.
you're a couple of days back here.
Aye, so the Mixed Sunday was a really, really good success.
So this one, the Kevs on, aren't we?
Yep.
Yep.
You
PS4, we'll start with
are-
PS4 and work our way.
So Evan, Linkler and Briz in the top three, with Fresh Jinx and Brandon Glover.
Brandon Glover. With C
Rounding
shift
off
for
the
it.
top five and the Pro.
Yep. So that's the pros.
So if you scroll down, there should be
GT4s.
not Pro, GT3s and then
GT3s,
GT4s.
yeah.
Kevin a cracker, finishing second. How far ahead was I Am Slow?
So he was like 3 seconds
So
ahead.
Just a
So-
controller's width then.
So technically, it's 1 point that separate us. I don't know why it says 2. It should say 1 because I won the pole position.
Oh,
So
you
it
just
should
updated
be
mine.
one.
I'll change that right now.
Yeah, that's probably not been updated.
And then Barnuts rounding off the podium with Hendricks and Fast Map. So Tro, why does he get 1 point?
Who? Throw.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
Yeah, it's only 9 people. Why
Did
would
Tro
9?
go fastest in quali?
See, it's the same in the pros though,
Yeah, there's something weird.
and that's a did
Oh.
not finish, so that should be 0 points.
No, that
That's a DNF.
Irma S guy, he got pole, so he's got 1 point because of pole.
But he didn't finish the race.
Troll, I don't know why he's got 1 point.
So maybe the pole got given to him instead by accident.
Okay,
I don't know,
I'll have
something
a
weird
look.
happened.
I'll have a look.
We'll move on while you're doing that. So in the PS5 version, we have Milden in first place, 36 points. We got
Is that Chris on second?
we got Volkton on second
Yes.
with 5 points, or 32 points. Did you get a second place?
You got second place?
Oh,
So I was going to say, it
how
says
it
fifth
worked,
place.
I got sixth, but the top 6 drivers was a mixture between reserves
Ah, okay.
and full-time drivers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
me and Ben Milden, where we finished, we got the points for Ben Milden got points for fourth, I think he got, or third.
He got
And I got
third.
points for sixth.
So he got
Eh,
third
fifth.
place.
I got points
you
for
got
fifth because after an incident and it got put into the table, one of the drivers had a time sanction and it dropped him to 8th place, which put me into 5th.
And then we've got Kino DJ in third. Sham Show, I guess that's how you say it, in fourth. And Pale,
Palermo
that word.
JD
Aye.
with
He's in
Dacuno and
fifth.
Cheese Monkey. So it was a good race. It was a really good race. We had a lot of guys having problems. I think there was a few disconnections.
Oh, there was a lot of DNFs in there. I did notice that, and did not start for Cheese Monkey.
It's all disconnections.
Yeah.
The system had a weird one. People were going in and doing their practice laps, and they're saying there was like a very weird rubber banding thing happening, and it was hurting their eyes. They couldn't seem to catch the cars going round the corners. You remember that the game used to do that in the public lobbies?
Yeah. Every now and then.
So don't know what that is.
So then we got David Jr. in the GT4s is leading, 41
Yes.
points. Andy Carr 911 is in second place, and Ames 1110 is in
Ames.
third at 36.
Yes.
Hypergrade B is in fourth, and Marty Road Race is in fifth.
Yes.
And that rounds off your mixed Sundays.
So what did you race in with the Kev? You raced in the
GT4.
GT4.
GT4 PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4 GT4.
So did the late night slammers, are they running
With the
just now?
Kev, you're on the actual table here as highlighted. You're on 39 points on here. It's just no, for some reason, speaking.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
not.
website.
Yeah, it's not syncing to the website.
Mr. Genius will got on that.
Okay, so how's the late night slammers run?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
they've been running now for 4 weeks.
Okay, so we'll start with Tuesday Slammers.
Yes,
They've been running for 4 weeks.
they've been running for 4 weeks so far. Yeah.
Yes. So we got Fresh Brizzle at the top. This is just Tuesday Slammers, right? There's no
Yep.
PS4 or PS5. It's just one.
No, it's just PS4.
Okay.
PS4.
So we got Fresh Brizzle in first. You got IR Bog Paper in second. Evan in real life. Evan in real life. That can be changed from Irish to Russian. Evan in real life in third. Gamer Dad's in fourth. His own series. You can't beat it. And then you got Fast Matt W in fifth. And you've got what, a good 20 people turning up every week, yeah? Or is it just like arrive, drive, and survive in it?
It's again it's the top 20. In fact, there's actually enough slots for 50 people on the tables, I think. So
Okay.
the more people that take part, the more they're just going to start building that table bigger and bigger.
So Thursday Slammers is only 3 races because the next one's tomorrow, I
Yep.
guess. Is this PC, PS5 or is this
Yes,
No, it's,
PS4?
they're all PS4.
Only
They're all
right,
PS4 now.
PS4.
Okay. So we got Mr. Slow at the top, Mr.
Yep.
American Slow, who's we the Kev. Still can't believe you said you're the slow guy.
Why have you now started calling him Mr. Slow?
Because he said he was the slowest guy. We were talking about all these fast
Slowest
guys.
guy,
He went,
yeah.
I'm that's the slowest guy there. He says, oh no.
Shush your beast.
So we got Gamer Dad in second, who's 14 points behind you.
Yeah.
Tro 246 is 22 points behind in third. Fast Matt W is on 82 points, he's 36 points behind, and Fresh Brizzle is 44 points behind on fifth place. And Super Sunday's Porsche Cup, are you in that one, Kev?
No, I'm not.
No. So this must be, is this the one where it's all Porsche Cup, or is it
Yeah.
mixed different
Yes.
cars? It's all Porsche Cup.
So I love the wee cars as well. The wee cars
Yeah.
and the thing
So, and here we have IR Graham in first, you got Gamer Dad in second, the
there.
Devil's Son
Dad's
19,
absolutely thrashing it.
yeah, got Gamer, you got me saying Gamer Dad, got the Devil's Son 19 in third,
Mr.
Will
Platinum
Friedman
fourth.
in fourth, and Mr. RSM in fifth.
RSM Elk Massive.
I won't say that name, I can't get it.
And again, look who's in
Big-
sixth.
Big time Dave. He smashed
He's
it with a
improving.
Porsche.
Tell
Yeah.
me, man, he's going to start bloody turning heads.
Well, that's a
And then
10th, 11th, and then he got a 6th last night.
It's-
Or
it's-
last
what
night.
it is
Sunday.
consistency.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily winning everything, it's consistency, and that's what keeps you up there.
Yeah, that's what
Fighting-
it's all
fighting
about.
a good fight, and I absolutely love it that he's there.
So that's your PlayStation ones. Is there anything you need to have a look at while we're here?
No, let's talk about. We'll not necessarily look at the standings in PC. I think we're running out of time. But
I've only
let's
got. We only
talk
need to
about-
look at. We only got the rookies to look at because it finished last
right.
week,
And whilst
we'll-
you're doing that,
and then we'll
talk
do.
about the massive grid.
Aye, that's what I was going to do. So then we'll move into. Ignore that just now. So we got the rookies somewhere. It's gone down. There it is. Season 3. So it was a good season. Oh, that's the next.
Was.
That's not this season. That's next season.
You just gave out everyone a wee snippet as to what tracks we're going to be racing on.
Yeah, I think
no,
it might be-
everybody can see it. It's on SimGrid for everybody to see.
I know, I'm kidding on.
So, you all might recognise first place. This is why I had to make sure I done it tonight. Dave was saying
Who's
we got
that guy?
it. Dave was
Who
wanting to
is
make sure that
that?
we got his name on lights again.
Yeah.
So yeah, he done a full season this time and he managed to get up into.
Palovchuk's
first place.
disconnect this DSQ.
Yeah, he took himself out of the series for some reason before the end of it. But we had that a few times, so it was always between David Goodwin and Rattiani.
Right.
And then
But
you
he's
got.
raced. Look. It's raced.
Yeah, he just came in and raced. He didn't want his name on the thing. He was just coming in and racing. I don't know why he didn't get the DQ taken off.
Okay.
You got Andre in fourth, Ryan Blanchett in fifth, and Stuart Pryor in sixth. I managed to finish
Ellen
a
Woody
wee
in
top
there,
10.
the top 10. Well done,
Yeah.
boys.
Woody. And Christopher's somewhere down the bottom somewhere.
I'm not. I'm leaving on it.
No, I
Thanks
don't
for
think. I
removing
don't
me.
think. No, you didn't do. You didn't do the Thursday one. You were supposed to, and you never came in. But we had guys you'll know as Lurchies, Cascanova, James, and Chica. As all the guys for the PlayStation.
Yep. All amalgamated deed over.
So if we go back to the FRL league, we have our big multi-class. Now, as of last night, we had 80 drivers. But
Big grid multi-class, so it's 3
Yeah.
different classes.
I'll go into it so you can see. So last night, I think it was James pulled out to do comms,
Right.
and today John has pulled out. He's going to do stewarding.
So
I said I wasn't doing stewarding because it's one of the last races before I'm not resting. Period. I want to do my race.
right, okay.
So we will have comms and we will have slide stewarding.
When is this? Sorry, Saturday.
This is on Sunday.
Sunday,
Sunday coming at
6:30, isn't it? It starts
I
7
don't
o'clock.
know.
It starts.
6:30 it starts. So qualifying will be at 6:30. So we look at schedule, it'll be practice at 5:30, qualifying at 6:30. There's going to be 10 minutes for each class to go out and do their qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll start the race at 7. And it's a 90-minute race.
I think I'm gonna have to go buy a
I
PC.
wonder if I could go in and help him at the start, because I don't. I'm not doing anything on Sunday. I'm racing at 8, but
If you can help out with the stewarding at the start, that'd be ideal.
I think I'll do that because I don't start the mixed
Yeah.
race.
Just get with John. I've showed John how to post up stuff and all that, so he's good with that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's at Silverstone, which I thought I had it in my head that it was Bathurst. I was looking forward to it. The last time I took my Camaro around Silverstone, my tyres died after 40 minutes. So I've got that to look forward to.
So good luck at 90 minutes then.
Yeah, so we've got 15 GT4 cars, all registered. 14 Porsche Cup cars, but like I say, one of them was John, and he pulled out, I think.
And
And
49
then-
GT3s.
And then the 49s one of the 49s pulled out, which I don't think was James. I don't know where James is.
78 cars on one grid.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
think this is the only reason we managed to get the GT4s, because we've tried umpteen times to get a GT4 race and you just can't. You have to have a higher grid, I guess, to get people coming
Big
in.
grid. So
Yeah.
I think this is the way forward. Big grid.
I put a suggestion forward to Keddy as well for the next one,
Uh-huh.
which I'll speak to you about afterwards. We won't give away that secret.
Okay.
And then
Let's-
this notification thing start to kill me. I cleared that out this morning.
Oh God, you don't want to see mine. It's in the thousands. Like, can we see where we stand? I want to know if the 100 odd drivers plus. It's probably been about 130 drivers recently. I've hit the Discord. I've hit
Oh, okay, I've got you.
the
So
Discord. So
we go to host, followers.
please be top. Please be top. Please be top. For flying foxtrot.
It's not changed,
Well, it has. We've closed the gap.
have we?
70 60, 70 more?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was about
Okay.
120 odd, so that gap's closed, and the massive, do you know what it was? It was the big 6-hour endurance. We've
Yeah.
got an 8-hour endurance coming up.
Yes, so the
Don't worry. By end of the year, we'll be first with the best US series on PC.
Boom.
so
Get
the
on there, Kev, get your finger
Point
out, son.
close.
so
Yeah.
as you just said, we've got a Indianapolis race coming up. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, Alien of
Yeah.
the Week, guys.
Indianapolis coming up on the
8 hours early in
8
Indianapolis.
hours Indianapolis, and that is going to be on the 17th of September.
So
and we're going to-
Dreams teams registered so
Yeah.
far.
So we now have enough stewards that we're going to try and do live stewarding for the whole race. That way they don't have to write tickets. Should anything go wrong, we'll have to go back to tickets though, because there's maybe some issues that could rise its head. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give it a
When's
retry.
that taking place again? That's
So
on
17th of September,
Cool.
and then on
Well,
October 22nd it's 4 hours of Watkins Glen, which will be an interesting one. Then November, all admin will be on duty. Even if you're driving, you've got to be on duty because we've got a 24 hours of spa.
I'm washing my gooch that day, sorry.
Then you'll get fired. You'll not be a part of
I'm-
FRL no more.
I'm washing my sack that day.
No, because we really need to have everybody that's going to be off 24 hours of spa.
Yeah.
And then the last race of the season, 17th of December, is 6 hours of quota.
Eh?
So that's where we're at, boys and girls. On the PC as well.
That rounds off your standings for this evening.
Yes. So, I guess we are running very late now, so let's go ahead and do the...
We've got a few minutes left. We normally run to about 1:45, so we've got a few minutes to
You
go.
change it every single week.
We run to about 11:45. This will be the
We
longest
don't.
we've ever done.
We don't.
So,
We
driver
usually
of the
run.
day. Listen, right, stop moaning.
I'm not moaning, I'm just laughing at your thinking.
The more you moan, the more we can't get on.
Right, go.
The driver of the day that
Driver.
Kevin's going to give us for the USA side, if he's
Right.
got one that jumps out his head, we'll give that in a wee second. I'm going to give two from me tonight. Now, one is for a guy who is always in the limelight for everything, and I mean everything FRL, including his performances, the whole background a lot. He's an admin, but he deserves it, and he's probably deserved it more so than anyone else. And he's going to be. You've already got alien status. There you go. No, he's going to be put as an elite alien, and this is Will Friedman, because he can't be left untouched anymore. The guy's winning championships, he's winning races. I think he done 3 first places in 1 week, so I think last week was his best week he's had in a very, very long time, and everything that he does for FRL. So a big round of applause for Will Friedman.
Get in there, Will, my boy.
But my other driver that I'm giving it to is from the performance from the other night. He's really, really shown.
Hang on, I thought you were letting Kevin take the second driver.
He's going to do the next one. But
let him talk.
So we're giving 3 PS drivers.
Well, Will Friedman's
wow.
more of an elite driver, an elite alien, because of everything that he does. With my driver of the week, my alien of the week, it's going to be Daza Snipes, because he's been doing really well lately. He's been consistent, and he's always there, and he's in the chats, and he's helped people and stuff. So, massive round of applause for Daza Snipes for alien of the week for me for PlayStation on the UK side.
So for the US side, I mean, there's no question who needs to win it. He's both in PS5, PS4. He's technically leading both of them. He can actually, most likely, if he doesn't crash or nothing, DNF or nothing, he can win both PS4 and PS5 TNTs. That will be JP Desktop. That dude is just really fast. If he's not winning, he's on the top 3.
Yeah.
So he takes my driver of the week.
Excellent.
Well done, mate.
Alien
Well
of the
done.
week goes to JP Desdub for the US side. And
Okay.
who for PC? Who we giving
Alright,
it
so
this week
for PC this week, I watched this guy for a while, and
Well, stalker much.
it's not. I'm surprised we've not given him it before now, but he actually definitely showed his worth in the Suzuka 6 hours in James's team, and then James drove with him again the other night at Nürburgring. But he's always up there and always pushing the other aliens at it. It's Benjamin Eck,
Oh, right, okay.
and I think he's deserved it for quite a while. It's just we're getting through names and giving it to people that as we get there, and he's definitely next in my line for getting it. So well done, Benjamin. Good for you, mate.
Benjamin Eck.
So that'll be us.
Oh,
That was a busy night tonight.
Yeah, well, we knew it was going to be when Kev was coming on to do like a hell of a lot of things, and a lot of things to cover off for the US side, because the guys constantly are doing so much there. You might as well come on, get it off your chests, immortalise it in a digital aspect. It's here for everyone to see and view anytime they like.
At least for a month.
What do you mean?
because it's not been getting, nobody's been changing it over to YouTube. So there's none of the videos have been going on YouTube. It's only good for a month and then it's deleted
So why,
automatically.
why is it not uploading onto YouTube, Derek?
Because nobody's got time to do it, and we don't have any media guys. We need a couple of media guys that can transfer that
You
stuff.
were you just ping it. Do you not just share it to Thingamy and leave your PC running overnight?
No, you don't have to leave it running overnight, but I've not got time to do it. Why don't you do it?
I'm gonna get the staff, Kev.
Now, wait, what,
Derek,
if anybody,
I'll
shush,
be
shush,
on
shush, shush,
every
shush,
single night. I'll
shush.
do what
Waste.
you want me to.
shush. If there's anybody out there that wants to, that's a patron or whatever, and trustworthy, if they want to get involved in the admin side and be able to transfer, all you need to do is transfer things from Twitch to YouTube, and make sure that it's in a neat format there, make playlists and things. That's all we need. If there's anybody that's interested in doing that, it's not a lot of hours a week.
Derek will invite you round to his house. You can sit naked, discuss what you need to discuss.
Just be careful which seat you sit on, it might be wet. You brought it up, mate.
Oh yes, they'll love it.
But yeah, at the moment we've lost a lot of the podcasts that we previously filmed because they've not been going across.
Right, okay. If you show me
James started off doing it, and then, as you know, he gets busy and it gets forgotten about. But yeah, I can show
There's so
you.
much going on in the background. The guys don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not even. I don't even have the login information for Twitch anymore. I've lost it and just never
So
got
I
right to ask.
do. So what I'll do is I'll start looking at.
I'll
every
show you
night
how. I'll
after
show you how to do
podcast.
it tonight then.
Right, deal.
How's that
And then
sound?
it's getting done, and that's us.
Yeah.
Boom.
But anyway, for the moment, I think we're done. Has anybody got any other questions, thoughts, impressions, anything they would just like to shout from the rooftops?
Pardon, say that again.
Did you ignore me?
I was too
I
busy
did.
answering.
Okay,
as a snipe.
I was asking you two guys if you have any questions or thoughts or impressions you would like to say or shout from the rooftops.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Yes.
Right.
When we
That's
were at the
all I
golf,
want to
when we
know.
were at the golfing weekend and you came out to shower.
But hi, Dale, give me a big hug.
Yes, I did think you were a woman to start with, but then we just seemed to be tip coming out the bush.
Oops.
Right, guys, I would like to thank everyone that came and watched us tonight.
Yes,
and
I
thank.
did go away on a golfing weekend with Dale, guys.
And
And yes, you probably did see me naked.
It was all shafts. It was all shaft and balls, boys. All shaft and balls.
Oh, this took a turn.
Oh,
It
come
did.
to the fucking top of the head.
Anyway,
Right.
as I was saying, thank you to Kevin for coming, and thank you
Thank
for
you,
Chris
guys.
as usual, for being here. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching. You guys are the reason that we actually come on here and do it. So thank you very much. And it's been a great night. Thank you. Catch you later.